Hello class. We're going to talk about money today. We're going to talk about how to add money up. If I were to go to the store and buy a pencil for 20 cents and then a pencil sharpener for 30 cents and some paper for $1.75, I would be able to add that up to know how much money I'm going to need. And the way we do this is probably something that most of you already know because you've already figured out how much money you need for things often. But we do it the same way that we do with whole numbers. When we are adding up whole numbers, we add up the ones first, then we add up the tens, then we add up the hundreds. You know how we just keep going. That's something you're very, very familiar with. Well, when we are on the side where there's the parts, this is the whole side, this is the part side. When we're on this side, we do the same direction. Here we started here and went this way. We do the same, we start here and go this way. So it's just a continuation of the same thing that you've already been doing. You would always start in the column that is furthest to your right, and then you work your way along. And if you're adding, you would probably need to regroup. And if you're subtracting, there's a chance you might need to regroup as well. So let's start this one out. If we start in the furthest column, which is do you know what it is? Yes, it's the hundredths column. We will start in the hundredths column, and 0 plus 0 is 0, plus 5 will give us 5. Now we can have 5 hundredths. We do not have to regroup that. That does not need to be regrouped. It can just be put right there, 5 hundredths. That means 5 pennies in this situation. There would be 5 pennies. Now we'll go to the next column, which is do you know what it is? It's the tenths column. You are right. And if we add the tenths column up, 2 plus 3 plus 7 is going to give us 12 tenths. Now 12 tenths is an improper fraction. So when there's an improper fraction, we know that we can do some regrouping. Let's leave the 2 tenths in the column where it belongs. 2 tenths here, and then the 10 tenths can be regrouped because 10 tenths is a whole. So there's our one up here for the whole from our 12 tenths. We have 2 of the tenths here, 10 of the tenths here because 10 tenths make a whole. So here we have 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now we're assuming no sales tax or anything like that. This would cost me $2.25. Now if I were to take something and cover up the dollar signs, would that change how I add this? It certainly wouldn't. These numbers can be money, or these numbers can be parts of some other whole, and it does not change how we add. So from that we see that when we have numbers that have a decimal, it's really nothing to be afraid of. It's just going to be the same way that you add any number that you've been adding for years and years and years. So you will be so successful with doing this. Come to class ready to add lots of fun numbers together and become a pro at adding decimals. I will see you tomorrow in class.